Let's get on to the main attraction with a little less talk and a lot more action. Okay, greetings, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, it's a magical time for you. There are some magical, beautiful things happening. I'm hearing poppin' collars. I don't know, something about poppin' collars, poppin' something. Toby Keith was coming through, country songs, country music. You could be going to, I don't know, like I don't do the music festivals, but I'm pretty sure there's like a country one. I have no idea when they are. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just seeing something about that. It's going to be a magical time for some of my Cancers. Some are definitely knocking boots. For those who are in a loving relationship, it seems good, but there are, codependencies in all relationships that people have to work through. Like, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Like, there's valleys and there's moments where you peak, and then there's moments of the lows. So for some of my Cancers, it seems like there is a high moment coming. That's good. For some of my Cancers, there could be a short illness or inflammation. I will say, with the eclipse season and with Mercury retrograde and all those things, it is pushing a lot of things to the surface. So you could be someone who doesn't normally have skin issues, but you're having rashes or acne breakouts. You could be someone who you're really proud because you've lost a lot of weight, but all of a sudden you're puffy and inflamed. I just started my period, and I always gain a little and get inflamed during that time. So some of my other ladies, you could be on your cycle. I bleed with the new moon, so don't care if that's TMI, whatever. We're humans, and female humans bleed, so whatever. Anywho, Cancer, some people, remember, haters are your biggest fans, and there's something here, it's only because you're self-made. So for some of my Cancers who are still in a karmic tie, you're realizing that you didn't really love the person, or that person didn't really love you. It's just you like the stability that they offered you, or they like the stability that you offered them, or you like the attention that they gave. You liked the perks, or they liked the perks. Take it whatever side of the fence you are on. Someone here just liked the perks. The perks could also be the, now I'm hearing closer by 9 Inch Nails. I want you like an animal. But in that song, he also says, you get me closer to God, which it is a spiritual experience. So again, some of my Cancers, it's going to be a magical month for you. Be cautious if you're not trying to conceive, because it is definitely an energy in the cosmos to bring that upon. There could also be an inheritance from someone passing, or something that's when this is for a very few small amount of people, but maybe there's something that was left for you, but you can't get it until you're a certain age, and you could be turning that age this year. Something like that is coming through. Also, talk is cheap, so don't listen to what someone is saying, or take what they're saying at face value. Now it's there's something here that just wants a symbiotic relationship. They're I'll scratch yours if you scratch mine. It's equal. But it's not really equal, because I don't know. I don't want to say they're not as high value as you, but they're really not. Even if they make more than you or have a bigger following than you, the contents of their heart is not equal to yours. It's not on the same frequency of yours, Cancer. So there is something here about breaking free, becoming sovereign. If you don't have the cash flow or something to break free, some of my Cancers could be in a situation and it's it's okay, it's enough, it's not where I want to be, and I don't know how I'm gonna get where I want to be, but this isn't that, but this isn't horrible. So it's the worst kind of way, because at least if things are horrible, then you would be more motivated to get out of the situation. You see the issue here? This is exactly what the codependency is. Someone here isn't motivated to change a certain circumstance because it's okay. It's not horrible. We still live together. We don't really know what the relationship, what route it's going to take, but it's not the greatest. It won't be this way forever. And then before you know it, it's been 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years, and you've made no changes. So Cancer, don't let that be you. Now I will say, you have EWAS, which is the in-between, but it's also partnership. Now it's funny because I accidentally called this rune Rido in, I want to say it was one of the earth signs readings. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. It definitely, I believe, was one of their readings. But anywho, This is the rune of partnership. And you see, the thing between man and beast, man and horse, is that is an equally yoked relationship, but they don't speak the same language. Well, they do. Okay, now I'm seeing the book The Alchemist. You may want to read that book. There's a quote on it about understanding the universal language. And once you learn the universal language, then you just have a different relationship with nature, a different relationship with the animals, and even a different relationship with people of different cultures, because you understand that even though you don't speak their native language, just like we don't with animals, at the truth, I'm hearing at the tongue of nature, we all do speak the same language, because it's the language of the heart. It's the language of the pulse of life and the pulse of light. So someone is learning to speak maybe through light language or needs to. This is for my more like new agey starseed Cancers, and I even hate that I said new age because it's actually old age. Like, it's funny because people are like, ew, new age. It's like, actually, that's like old age. It's like before, like, Matrix-y times. Like, it's not new. It's actually, like, way old. It's like galactic. It's like light years and lifetimes old. So it's fascinating to me when people call it new age. Anywho, some of you could be in that realm and you need to get into light language. You also need to play a musical instrument. These are ways that you help elevate others' frequency. This is also how you help penetrate those areas in people who have not been activated, just like we each had our own activation, and it's not something that just happens one and done. It's something that continuously happens over time. Cancer, you speaking light language, you being around people who don't speak your language, you being in foreign countries, you being around animals, you playing instruments, like you are meant to work with people and elevate and activate and calm and comfort people who are not, like your race, your belief, your culture, or your language. I don't know. You're supposed to be around a different society. Like you're meant to be, it's like you communicate differently. I don't know. There's something here also about plowing. Oh gosh, I'm not saying that in a sexual way. I'm really not. I'm seeing it like in like tilling the land like a farmer. Some of you guys could, I know I was channeling country music at the beginning, so there could be farming here. On Zeus also came through, which is the rune of the ancestral battery. It's basically saying that our ancestors, each bloodline kind of worked on something, and then it got to a certain point, and then they passed away. Now, your blood carries the DNA and the genetics of your last 7 generations. This is what always gets me when people are like, you just look like a basic white girl, not Hungarian to me. I'm like, grandparents were born there, bucko. And we carry the last 7 generations within our blood. And if you study genetics, sometimes people are more connected to the later generations than they are their parents or their parents' parents. So like some people's genes are actually more activated and closer to the 6th and 7th generation that is within their bloodstream. And it's not just directly to the parents. And then sometimes, so some people here are just really dumb when it comes to genes, and it's comical. But anywho, lions don't take heed whatever of the opinions of sheep. You could have to just kind of shake off the naysayers, shake it off like Taylor Swift over here for some of my Cancers. Some of you guys are you're meant to help others. You're meant to be a counselor, a therapist, a healer in some realm, an activator in some realm. You have new gifts that Spirit is wanting you to explore. Also, your dreams are going to be particularly important during this time. It's a time when you really need to keep a dream journal, especially if you're someone who like wakes up odd hours of the morning and you'll kind of remember a dream, then go back to sleep, but you don't remember it the second time. You need to write that stuff down, Cancer. Bless you.